In early 2018 and late 2019, there was a movement called Me Too. This movement saw hundreds of influential people being accused of sexual assault. While most people were content with injustice being corrected, there were instances of false claims. Instantly, people became divided over these. People fought over who was right and who was wrong, who was guilty and who was innocent. After studying this divide, I discovered an issue with society's current beliefs around a victim. Many people and organizations subscribe to the concept of never blaming the victim. Note that when I'm talking about a victim, I'm not exclusively talking about cases of sexual assault. A victim is a party that is adversely affected by the actions of the perpetrator. The perpetrator is responsible for their actions and the results of those actions. In most crimes, this is the dynamic. However, it is not the only dynamic. This is what I call the victim fallacy. To understand the victim fallacy in its simplest form, consider the event of suicide. The perpetrator acts on the victim in an adverse way. The catch is that the victim is the perpetrator and the perpetrator is the victim. This does not nullify the victimhood of the person. They are still a victim, yet they are still responsible for their actions. Their actions led to self-inflicted harm. This in itself breaks the concept of never blaming a victim. The second exception to the never blame the victim concept is in cases of negligence. Negligence is a party's failure to take proper care in doing something. Negligence and gross negligence are both legal crimes, and this crime can break the concept of never blaming the victim. There are two perpetrators in this case. The first perpetrator creates an opportunity for the second to victimize the first perpetrator and the parties reliant on the first perpetrator. Both of these perpetrators are held responsible for their actions. The third concept is the double victim paradox. This is where two or more parties take part in the same common event which victimizes themselves and the other parties. In conclusion, the concept of never blaming the victim has logical exceptions and is not always the correct action to take. There's an issue with society's concept of a victim. Organizations that promote and adhere to the concept of never blaming a victim must cease and desist.